This is the Star News Brief. I'm Joel Iregi. Adani Group has triggered massive uproar and protests in Kenya after revelations of a controversial deal to take over the country's biggest and busiest airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. In the contentious deal with the Kenyan authorities, the company plans to invest 230.40 billion shillings, that's $1.8 billion US, in the expansion and operation of JKIA. But who exactly owns the company? Where does it operate? Where has it operated before? Can Kenyans trust the owner with the running of one of the country's biggest strategic assets? Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com. The state has been slapped with a class suit over police brutality witnessed during protests against the last general election results and Gen Z demos. In a landmark case, 28 victims whose families have either been killed or were maimed by rogue police officers have sued the government. They are seeking compensation for loss of life, loss of earnings, among others. Thousands of Kenyans live with dementia, an ongoing decline of brain functioning without a formal diagnosis or support, experts have said. The decline is often dismissed as normal aging or as a consequence of past behaviors. However, dementia isn't an inevitable part of aging, and nearly half of all cases may be prevented or delayed. The specialists on Wednesday noted that the country lacks enough resources, including healthcare infrastructure, and needs greater awareness and education on the condition. A petitioner has claimed that the National Hospital Insurance Fund lost 21 billion shillings to a racket involving faceless officers. Bernard Muchere, a fraud risk management consultant, claims NHIF books of accounts were manipulated, resulting in the loss. He said the fake claims were engineered through incurred but not reported claims by NHIF. Incurred but not reported is a reserve account used by insurance companies to compensate claims that haven't yet been reported. The United Nations has revised down the likelihood of a La Niña appearing this year. This phenomenon is associated with drier weather in Kenya. The UN's World Meteorological Organization said there is now a 55% likelihood of a transition from the current neutral conditions to La Niña conditions during Kenya's short rain season from September to November. This is a slight decline in likelihood since June, when a La Niña occurrence was estimated at 60% between July and September and at 70% between August and November. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com.